Welcome, Geminis. This is your May 25th to May 31st forecast. And what you have impacting you the most from an astrological perspective for this week would be Mercury Cazimi in Gemini, and that's going to be on May 29th. And this is going to allow for a moment of mental clarity that empowers you to articulate your desires and your ideas effectively. So you're being guided to embrace this energy and to set up personal intentions and communicate your truth. Wonderful. All right, so we have the Lovers here. All right, yeah, this oh my goodness, like this is just working out so perfectly already here. So this is you like going within and being more connected and feeling more connected with your higher self and your source, and also your guides and your angels. This could also be love relationships here as well that we're talking about. So just apply it however it works for you or it resonates. But yeah, there's definitely this opportunity to be more aligned with who you authentically are, and that's going to allow for you to receive those messages more clearly and receive those guidance, and to allow yourself to be more guided along your true path and your true purpose. And we have the Page of Pentacles here as well. So you may be receiving a new project, a new job offer, a new opportunity to learn or to collaborate or partner with someone. So there's definitely opportunity coming towards you as well. So let's see, we have the Page of Wands here. Okay, so you may be feeling more creative, and these new projects or whatever this new opportunity is towards you, it's going to get you feeling inspired and in creative mode here. So that's awesome as well. You're going to also be feeling more confident, more courageous. You could also be receiving some messages here, some good news as well. What else? We have the Two of Pentacles. Okay, so you may even be I don't want to say confronted. You may be offered like more opportunities, or you may have available to you more ideas and more opportunities that you want to take advantage of at this time, or that you have the time to take advantage of. So you may be deciding and evaluating things and considering like, okay, out of these 5 ideas, you know, I only really have the time to pursue 2 of them. So which ones do I want to pursue? So you have this opportunity here to decide like what path you want to go down, and what it should really be what you feel most passionate about and what you have the desire to do. But just recognize that as part of that process, like if you go with what you feel most passionate about, that doesn't mean it's not going to be a learning process. That doesn't mean you're not going to have highs and lows on that journey. That just means that everything that you're doing here has like that purpose, and it's aligning you with your true authentic self and allowing you to do the things that you came here this lifetime to do. Okay. We also have the Five of Pentacles here. So yeah, we definitely see like those ups and downs coming here, and a little bit of contrast, a little bit of difficulties. But again, that's part of the journey. You're on a journey here. This is a new beginning, or ability for you to strengthen your connections more deeply. So yeah, that is going to take inspired action. Okay, so what else here? Okay, so you will experience victory as a result of that, and we'll get into potential outcomes, but I see it here already that you have the opportunity to be successful here. And just remember your original plan here and why you came here. I feel like that's what this is reminding you of, like, remember, Gemini, this is what we came to this lifetime to do. So everything that's happening, you're being divinely guided toward that plan. Okay, so you know it's there. You even have ideas, and some of you may know exactly why you came here. You may already know that. Others of you are still exploring. But for those of you, either way, it's all here. And it's just a matter of you remembering it and taking inspired action toward it. But just know that the steps that you're taking are progress towards your goals. So don't look at that as, oh, I had a couple mistakes here or mishaps here. And, now I need to figure out or now I'm feeling like this isn't what I came here to do. It goes on how you feel and what you know and trust. So if it's like a matrix 9 to 5 type of job and it's just not fulfilling to you, and you keep having these moments where it's like, not necessarily mistakes, but just things aren't working out and they're not aligning. So yeah, of course, then that likely means that that's not for you, and that's not the true reason why you came here. But if this is like, okay, you're going to be exploring your gifts and talents, you're going to be a sculptor, a painter, and you're just getting into that, and you're experiencing a couple challenges as a part of that process, but you still feel passionate about it and you feel inspired about it, and you know that that is the right path, then keep going. Keep at it. So that's the difference here of what we're talking about when I say what is right for you and what you came here to do. Okay, let's get a couple messages here. So we have oh my goodness. We have a difficult path is being revealed. Ask for help and learn that we are all connected. That is just what I was explaining here. The path for you, and you know that there's going to be moments on that path where you're like, why the hell did I even come here to Earth? Why am I having this experience? Yeah, you might have those moments, but it's all about the journey, and it's all about how you respond in those moments and how you react. That makes the difference. Okay, so we have you being re-energized in the world, and you may connect with nature in some way, and that may make you feel good. So these self-care practices that I'm always promoting, getting out into nature, grounding yourself out into nature, sitting in nature, going fishing, going hiking, and just do whatever feels good to you, feels right to you. It could be just sitting out in your backyard, sipping some tea, sitting on your front porch, sipping tea, So again, whatever way that you connect with nature, you're being guided to do that here, because that's going to be helpful to you at this time. Okay, so let's look at some challenges here. So we have the 7 of Pentacles. So yeah, a little bit of boredom, or of just feeling like you're putting in effort, you're working, and things just aren't paying off, or they aren't paying off fast enough. So you immediately, I'm hearing, connect more within, right? So the 7s are typically about allowing that connection with spirituality to expand, allowing that consciousness to expand. So that's going to be helpful to you. Also, we have this 7 of Wands here. So yeah, we do see that there is some conflict and challenges that are happening here, and that may don't let that sabotage your goals and your dreams. So it's really about thinking of solutions that are going to create win-win situations and scenarios for everyone involved. Okay, so we know that there's conflict, we know that there's challenges, and that's a part of the process. So we have the 8 of Cups here. Okay, so yeah, so really evaluating what is fulfilling to you. And I gave that example earlier about the 9 to 5 versus, maybe a creative path. Yeah, that's what I wanted to say. The 9 to 5 path versus being a creative type of soul. So you are deciding, and you will have to decide what fulfills you, what's important to you, because this is a challenge coming up, you not walking towards what fulfills you. Okay, so is that going to be you, or are you going to walk towards what fulfills you? And I completely understand that you do things in your own time, and you do things as you can afford to do them, as it feels right to do them, as you feel comfortable with doing them. So I'm not trying to push you in any direction, but if you can at least start those conversations within yourself, start those dreams, start those visualizations. And there's other things that you can do while you're still working. You can explore those paths. You can start sculpting. You can start putting your work out on a website and selling it. Like there's things that you can do now. Okay. We also have the 10 of Pentacles here. Okay. And I feel like some of you may be thinking like you're just not going to achieve your goals or your dreams. And I feel like that's very detrimental to your journey and to just your life experience. Like having goals and dreams, but then feeling like you can't reach them and fulfill them. And we all have those moments. We all have those moments. There's just something here about that being like a theme or something that you allow to sort of that thinking to get out of control because it's not true. And you know that you already have everything. It's just a matter of you matching that frequency of it so that it becomes visible to you. Okay? So that may be something that you really want to focus on and reframe and make sure that you have those goals, you have those dreams, you have those visualizations set and put out into the universe. Okay? So let's see what other challenges here. Okay, you trusting in your talents and in your abilities and recognizing the unique, beautiful soul that you are. Okay, really trusting in that. So there may be some self-confidence meditations that you can do if you feel like that's appropriate for you. So this is a collective reading, so not everyone's going to be feeling that way. But if you feel like that would be helpful to you, explore that. Okay. Okay, we have mature love, and what else? We have rebellion. Okay. So we have love here, and some of you are just, it's a challenge for you this week. It just may be a challenge for you. There may be some things, some obstacles that you and your partner are working through here. Okay, so that may be something that comes up for you. So what else do we have here? I want to look at your fears, subconscious fears, okay? Or some of you, I'm getting a message that some of you are just not going as deep within because you're afraid of like what's there. And you will never know unless you go there, and you can trust and rest assured that it's unconditional love because it's you. What you're going to find there is you. Okay, I can just go ahead and tell you that. Okay, but you know, everyone has to go on their own journey and do things when it's time, when it's the right time for them. Okay, so what else here? We have justice here. And you may be thinking like things are unfair, things will never work out in my favor. So to that energy as it's being said, it's just creating just a lot of negative, low vibrational type of energy. So you don't want to be in that state. So just pay attention to that, because those are coming out as fears. So there may be some hidden beliefs, and they may not even be hidden, but there may be some, what is it called? I'm trying to think of it. Things in your subconscious that are impacted, like limiting beliefs. Yes, limiting beliefs in your subconscious is what I'm trying to say, that exist, that are keeping you stuck or keeping you from really believing in yourself and trusting that you can accomplish anything that you desire. Okay. And some of you may even have trouble with doing your self-care practices and taking the time to meditate, taking the time to relax and replenish yourself, taking the time to exercise, to get more sleep, whatever it is, whatever these self-care practices are, like this is time for you to reflect and to replenish your soul. And that's coming up as something that you may fear that you don't necessarily like have the time for, or that it's not providing as much value as it should. So whatever this is related to that, you are being advised to face that, to overcome that, and to work on those things where you feel like are part of like a shadow self, a shadow side. Explore that. because you're going to be so powerful and so proud of yourself for going through that process and coming out the other side whole and complete and healthy. So we have the 4, yeah, okay. All right, so let's look at potential outcomes here. So what potential outcomes do we have for our Gemini? Okay, so we have the 3 of Pentacles. Okay, so we have you getting back into practice and taking that inspired action and understanding like this is a journey that you're learning on. Okay, so this is you gaining that knowledge and wisdom and experience and honing your craft. Okay, we also have the 4 of Wands here. We have new cycles opening and beginning, and you deciding to step through that portal to happiness and fulfillment. And I'm hearing that like in all aspects, like finances, family, love, relationships, career. There is a new portal that's opening for you here with this 4 of Wands. And all you need to do is step through that portal and commit to the higher version of you. What else? Wonderful. So we literally have the money coming out and that opportunity coming to you. We already spoke to that. We know that you are stepping into a new portal and you're raising your frequency and vibration. So the things will start appearing for you. The abundance will come in greater scales to you. Okay. Okay, so let's see. Let's get you some oracles here. Healing. I love that. So we have you healing, and we also have you remaining optimistic, and in those moments where you're not able to do that, at least getting to that place where you're in a neutral state where you're not assigning any energy to it at all. Okay, so that's wonderful. So when you're not feeling optimistic and really positive, you're at least just going down to neutral. You're not going below that into the low vibrational space. So that's wonderful. Okay, so what other messages do we have here? So we have the law of correspondence with as above, so below, as within, so without, as without, so within. And this is just that confirmation coming to you that anything coming to you, what you're attracting is essentially a result of what you're putting out and mirroring to you the energy that you're in, the state that you're in, the energy that you're putting out into the world. So know that that's going to come right back to you. We have initiation, you being initiated by the ancestors into true divinity and bringing back what once was. So everything about your desires in this lifetime and on your journey comes from the manifestations of your ancestors and the paths that they chose. So it's time to finish what they started. You working through you. They are working through you every day with the codes in your DNA. Okay, so that's wonderful. So if the number 444 has significance with you, you may want to look that up. But this is you connecting with your ancestors and accepting their power, getting rid of those ancestral curses, stopping those and changing things and reframing it and taking back what was once yours, whether it was previous lifetimes or it's your ancestral line. You're getting that back and then some, okay? And just also be aware of some negative energies that can come, like jealousy and possessiveness, vengefulness, obsession, controlling tendencies, manipulative tendencies, suspicion. Like, yeah, those are all some energies that if you come into contact with that, they may have the tendency to surface. You can immediately recognize and detach yourself from that and see it for what it is and explore, like, why am I feeling this way? Like, what is this energy that I'm feeling? Like, what is that teaching me here? And you can take the messages from that, take that knowledge and wisdom, and move forward on your path. Because remember, as above, so below, right? So if you hold on to that energy, if you accept it and you take it, then the universe will have no choice but to provide that to you as a mirror of like, okay, Gemini, this is what you're putting out. Okay, so those are the messages I have for you. Thank you so much for watching. Let me know how this resonated. Have a wonderful week and take care.